just something off about this figure. Well, you can't really see that because of the glare, but detail wise he is very detailed. I don't want to force anything in case I break it. Here the grappling hook is bent backwards like it should be. Was my main gripe with this one. I got him to hold the ninja stars, I got him to hold the batarang, and I got him to hold the a grapple gun also.
I got like this and the whole thing goes.
This groinal area is so loose. And as you can see, I've got my McFarlane one to hold the grapple gun from the Beastmasters, which is much better. Hello there. A few weeks ago I reviewed this figure, and this is the DC Multiverse Batman 89 from McFarlane Toys, and I did say in that video that there were niggling little things that were disappointing me about it. The logo isn't fully painted, the belt is the wrong color, the batarang thing, it's something just off about it. There's just something off about this figure. For the price range, well, I did say in the video that I thought it was a bargain, but actually thinking about it, I was wrong. It's not a bargain at all. For 30 euros, you can get a much better quality Hasbro Black Series figure. I did compare him to an Indiana Jones figure, which cost me less than 30 euros. And even though it's slightly smaller, is better detailed. So really, the whole experience of this McFarlane Batman has left a bitter taste in my mouth, and I've just been looking at him with disappointment. It's very sad when you buy something and you don't have joy when you look at that thing. You just get this sad feeling of disappointment. The worst things are the pins in his joints, I think. But there you go. That's an update on that figure. And to cure my disappointment, because I have been thinking about it for a while, we've upgraded to the Beast Kingdom Batman 89. Well, you can't really see that because of the glare, but we're going to break him open and then you will be able to see him, and we'll compare him to see if he's a suitable upgrade to the McFarlane. Right, let's get on with it then.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
And here he is out of the box. Now, I didn't film me faffing about trying to get him out of the box, but he was actually quite easy to remove from the packaging. Unlike the McFarlane Batman, this guy had absolutely no ties holding him in at all. Now, first impressions, yes, detail-wise, he is very detailed, but doesn't seem to come with a stand, which is slightly disappointing because he's not amazingly stable upon the table. Maybe if we adjust his feet a little bit, yeah. Well, we're not going to be spinning the turny table thing around very fast. My first impression, I noticed this ear is bent, so we're going to have to put some warm water on that and re-bend that out, I think. Facial expression, he does look more like Keaton, I think, than the McFarlane multiverse Batman. And the Beast Kingdom one is, well, it's taller. That's pretty obvious, which is pretty cool. But he's got a funky smell to him. He's a very plasticky smell, but he doesn't feel as plasticky as the McFarlane. And we seem to have some pinless joints going on, which is also nice. Oh, and he's got nice joints. They're very flexible. Now, this is the slightly cheaper version, so he doesn't have all the vinyl stuff going on over his joints. I have seen Matt over at the Retro Room. He reviewed his one. He's got the more expensive version, and he managed to snap the arm joint, which was obviously very upsetting for him.
And I don't know when or how, but his lower part of the arm has completely detached from the rest of his arm. So his forearm is broken off. There's literally not much I can do about this.
And I was a bit worried that these joints might also be a bit stiff, but they're very, very supple. It's a young Batman. Not much leg movement going on. Again, I don't want to force anything in case I break it. But so far, I am rather impressed by him. But then, of course, he was slightly more expensive than the McFarlane version. The McFarlane version was €30, and this version was almost €60. And when you put postage and packaging in on that, obviously brings it up a little bit more as well. It's more than I really like to spend on a figure, but like I say, I was so disappointed with the McFarlane one that, well, I couldn't help myself. Now, armor detailing. So his boots are similar, but they just seem to have slightly more detail on them. And I've just noticed that it's got toe articulation, which looks very weird when you do that. Yes, this is a very nice figure. Very nice. He also has a much better cape, which doesn't have as much weight in it as I expected. This is a faux leather cape, but it's better than the whatever that was. And this one has wire in it, so you can extend it out without having to put rods and stuff in it. It's a very flappy cape. Now, we do have accessories, so let's have a look at what accessories we have to accessorize our Batman.
Hold on.
Now, we do get a grappling gun, which is much more detailed and movie accurate than the one from McFarlane. Let's actually compare them. So here we have the McFarlane one. This is very, very chunky and I think slightly too big. And this one is much better detailed. Here the grappling hook is bent backwards like it should be. This was my main gripe with this one. This also has a nice little bit of silver detailing going on there. So this is a much better accessory. And considering the figure, the McFarlane figure is smaller than the Beast Kingdom, this is then far too big. So I might actually give him this one. Now we also get a Batarang, which again is much more superior. Is that even a saying? It's far more superior than the one that we get with McFarlane. Now I thought this was just going to be a bit of plastic, but it's actually wire, so you can have him having it throwing out like at the beginning of the film.
Don't kill me, man! Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man!
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
This guy also comes with the ninja stars. Now this is where the quality actually shows up, because these ninja stars, it's easy for you to say, Simon, these ninja stars are far better quality than the ones that came with the McFarlane one. The McFarlane ones look just like blobs of plastic, really. Spiky plastic. Again, he'd never really used ninja stars in the movie. Apparently, the prop master did make them, so maybe they do turn up in a shot of the movie. Here, I can't be bothered to get them back out of the box. These are the ninja stars, McFarlane ninja stars. And these are the Beast Kingdom ones. You can see, again, there's a size discrepancy. These ones are more in scale. These things are from the multiverse are just massive. And these are the bars that go into the multiverse Batman's cape to make it splay outwards. And when I displayed it, I had him holding the bar with this knobbly end stuck in the cape. And apparently, according to the photos, it's supposed to be the other way around, but I could not get him to hold these things. They're just too big and chunky. But there you go. It's not about him today, is it? It's about this guy. Right, I am going to change his hands and see if I can have him in a pose. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so I put him in a few different poses. I do quite like him in this pose. I think I'm going to pose him like this with the cape out, in that sort of menacing Batman way. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say there. To pose him like this is much easier than the McFarlane one. So now I can finally get the pose that I want from this one. Now, having played around, I got him to hold the ninja stars, I got him to hold the batarang, and I got him to hold the grapple gun also. But the problem is, especially with the grapple gun pose, this guy's head doesn't move. He's got no articulation in his head, and I know that Michael Keaton, he didn't either.
I got like this, and the whole thing goes.
But it's kind of nice to have him looking the way that he's pointing the gun. So that is a bit of a sad thing with this figure, that is that you can't move his head at all. There's no up, down. There's a mild little bit of side to side, but you're just moving the whole cowl and everything. Biggest gripe I've got with this guy is that this groinal area is so loose that he does slide and want to do the splits quite a bit. And there not being a stand means that trying to get him to stand up nicely is quite difficult. So, well, but then the turning table thing is a rather slippery surface, so maybe it will be different when he's in display on an acrylic stand, I hope. Also, there is quite some gappage here. Gappage is not a word, but I'm making it a word. Yeah, his pants could be slightly longer just to cover these gaping holes he's got. Nice bum. The McFarlane one, that's not so bad. Also, his wrist joints are rather thin and exposed for this ball joint to work. Whereas the McFarlane one, you don't see the wrist joints. They've managed to hide them in his sleeve, so that is actually better. And as you can see, I've got my McFarlane one to hold the grapple gun from the Beastmasters, which is much better. So I will be Beastmasters? Beast Kingdom, sorry. So I will be displaying this guy with this accessory. So in conclusion, it's a better quality figure. The detailing is much better. It's a much better plastic. Having the wire in the cape is a much better option than having the rods that the McFarlane has, and the cape quality is better. It's just a shame his ear was bent from in the box, He's got no head movement, so you can't really get him to be looking where he's shooting anything. The joints are not fantastic. As I say, the groinal area and the wrist joints are a little bit disappointing, but on display, I don't think that's going to notice. What really gives it the edge is that the quality of all the little accessories is just off the scale compared to what I got with the McFarlane one, especially the grapple gun. I was very disappointed with this thing. It's just wrong. So to be able to display the McFarlane one with the grapple gun from the Beast Kingdom, that actually makes me happy. I'm now more happy with this figure having the better quality accessories there. And that is a bonus of having lots of accessories, so we can chop and change them around. I might actually give this guy the batarang in his other hand. Here, this one. Because just because I can. So there you go. Anyway, gotcha. See what I mean? Yeah, the lack of a stand. The least thing they could have done is provided a stand. I know I got upset with the McFarlane stand just being plain and boring and saying DC on it when it could have had the bat sign on it. But this guy, he doesn't even have any holes in his feet as an option to have a stand. So I'm going to have to try and source something that's going to grip him from behind, I guess. I'm sure there's probably something on the aftermarket that is... I had problems pronouncing market then. Sorry, distracted myself. I'm sure there's something available on the aftermarket that I can get that will solve that problem. So anyway, do I recommend it? If you're a Batman 89 fan like me, I have no regrets that I've bought this guy. He's going to look great in my display. I'm very happy with the way he looks. Was he worth the money? Well, you know, it's all relative, isn't it? I think he was possibly a little bit too expensive, but everything's expensive these days. Was this guy really worth it? Yeah, he could have been a little bit cheaper, or he could have been a little bit better made. But then McFarlane have now lost the license, so maybe Mattel are going to come out with some great looking Batman 89 stuff. Who knows? I do know that if McFarlane, I have heard the rumors they're going to be putting out a Catwoman, maybe a Joker, maybe a Penguin. I will definitely get a Catwoman figure.
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar.
Right, okay, so with that, if you enjoyed this video, if you are a Bat fan, hit that like button, let me know about it. Subscribe to the channel to increase my subscriber count to make me feel validated. And if you haven't seen the Multiverse Batman review yet, well, here it is. Check this one out. Right, thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.